right, good evening, good afternoon. Sheesh. I think I just regained my focus. I think I'm gonna still upload the video I did earlier, but I'll just do a two-hander at this point. Like I was saying though earlier, I just needed to find something that I like to do. Basically, give myself a reset, even though I'm still recovering from this cold and stuff like that. My throat is still, that's why I had to cut off the video, because I didn't feel like talking. My energy was low. But I found a massage place and I feel great afterwards, so that's always good to do. I get off tomorrow morning on top of it all. That's pretty great, and I get back to my life. Payday strikes, and I got my appointment with the dealer. So hopefully that's something they could get me in and out within a few hours. If not, then I'll leave the car there. I don't have a crazy need for it, but it is what it is. It's whatever they're trying to do. Whew. All right. Let's see. I'm back at the job about 15 minutes early, so that's great. Let's just park up. Of course, I lost the parking that I had earlier. That's okay. All right, I'll find myself right here. I actually did not want this parking. All right. All right, I'm back. Voice is still scratchy, but nonetheless, I adjusted to the last minute changes, and I did something on my schedule, not in anyone else's schedule. That's the typical work that I do. Yeah. Usually I get these alarms like 5 times throughout the day, on top of other alarms, because I gotta be responsible for like various things within the hours, and it's like a 16-hour shift or something like that. So yeah, but like I said, I'm gonna stop talking about job, the work. I have like 15 minutes before I go inside and finish out the day. It's about 6 o'clock right now, so I want to do a video while I'm still outside, because inside is a few distractions, but for the most part it's a chilling gig. So I just need to buckle up and get in and get out. That's really the motto. I'm not really rushing the next trip, because like I got things ahead of time, but the next trip is around the corner. I just can't, because there's not enough time to really decide where I'm gonna land and stuff like that. I know a lot of my plans are a little flaky, so I just need to be in the mindset to go and just have a good time. But other than that, I just gotta recover from this cold once again. I look forward to the weekend. We'll see what's in store throughout the weekend, and then after that, it's really back to work for that week. Then probably on a Wednesday day like this, I'll probably just return the car, and probably because I wouldn't want to find a reason to hold it longer than that, and have to deal with it on my day off. So now that this is this, I'm gonna find a way to work with this new change. The more information that I get within what I gotta do, the better it gets to me. At first I was just trying to figure it out, but now it's like, all right, well, you could do this, you could do that, and you'll be fine. So that's the focus right here. Moving forward, I'm gonna keep doing these videos, but I just gotta find I guess I gotta find a different scheme or something like that, because I mean, like I said, it's not about the views, but being on YouTube, the views do help. But I'll just keep doing the groundwork. I mean, I'm not gonna share it with anyone that I know, because I'm not really sure how I am spreading this information. So I really want to let the month go by and ask myself if that's really what I want to do, if that's how I really want to do it. Plus I got other channels. Hopefully I can get them to do a little better throughout the traveling. So more frequent travels, and maybe it could form a habit, instead of I literally waited almost a whole year to get on my next trip. So now that this is the case, I don't want my traveling to keep me from saving money as well, though. Like, that's the thing. I don't want to have nothing left coming from a trip again. I don't want to come back and can't pay a bill, or can't, keep my maintenance going. So that happened. So yeah. Body feels okay. Still sick. I'm running out of energy to talk. I know I ate lightly earlier, but maybe I could use a real meal, because at this point it's dinner time. So I'm gonna try that. I can't tolerate the AC. I had to blow it up a little bit. But yeah, I'm gonna enjoy being on my own time when I least expected, because I thought that there were no getting off the clock, but there is. So it's not the way it was being explained to me earlier. So as long as there's it's a constructive way, at least I know on Wednesday I take that middle of the day off. So it's not a random day that, because I like to have my things scheduled and, go accordingly. I don't like anything sneaking up when I have plans. That's like one of the worst. So I'm glad that it was explained to me. So I'm hoping that going forward I could bring some better aspects of what I'm trying to do here. Thanks again for tuning in, listening to me all the way through. I might not say much of anything, so if you really watch all the way this, you fuck with your boy. And and I'm doing this for those that that get it. So if you guys have channels too, I would like to check it out. If you want to do the same thing, you might as well, man. Be a star of your own show, man. I mean, I spent years watching other people's channels, so why not just make a channel? It's one thing to be listening to somebody else's point of view, nodding to their content, just agreeing, but you should have something to say. I don't believe in being just a fan forever. You are your own person. You know, you have valid reasons, you have valid thoughts. You're smart, you're creative. So I encourage people to have that niche, because if it wasn't for other people's content, man, a lot of the time I was passing the time. I was, you know, I was getting ideas. It was because somebody else was doing it. You know, they demonstrated that you could do it many other ways. You know, you get a chance to get out of your own head, and somebody else allow you to enter to their space. So that's what I'm trying to do here. You know, I believe with more engagement, I will be able to suit it up better and provide a better understanding of all of this. But you know, we're almost halfway through with these videos for the 90-day challenge, which I believe we will extend it. But you know, with more activities, not just me sitting in the car and just talking, but probably have a actual topic. So that's usually been my challenge, actually. So I had to put my best foot forward in that case, but because my voice ain't too good, and you know, it's almost time, so I'm gonna just cut it out. Catch you on the next one. Peace.